Welcome to Business Math. We're going to jump all the way to Chapter 10, and the reason for this is because all the other material is covered very thoroughly in personal finance. We do cover a little bit of car payments in personal finance, but it's so important that I decided to do it again. So if you turn to Chapter 10, we are going to do some calculation of car payment stuff. But here's the good news. The good news, instead of the poke yourself in the eye with a sharp stick method, which is actually defined on page 259, this is actually how it was done in the old days. If you look at page 259, there's this big old formula to calculate APR. Now, the important thing to know, you got to know some vocabulary. So does anybody know what APR stands for? Anybody know? Well, that's a good thing we're covering this chapter then, right? So, APR. Anybody have an idea? Stands for annual percentage rate. Annual percentage rate. Okay? Annual percentage rate. Now, this is one of those things where the annual percentage rate on any particular loan that you have, you need to make sure that you know what your annual percentage rate is. And basically, here's what we're talking about. Let me pull up a computer shot of this, and we're going to go over some APR rules. Well, let's see. All right. So if you borrow $100 at 22% APR, that means in 1 year's time, assuming that let's say that you didn't make any payments for the whole year, you just said you borrow it, and then a year from today you pay it back. So how many dollars in interest would you have to pay? Let's go to Courtney.
$122.
Excellent. So you would have $22 in interest for 1 year. Okay? $22 in interest for 1 year. So your total payback, you'd have to add those up, and you get $122. Okay. Now, that depending upon the loan, that is either very high interest or very low interest. So how can it be high interest or low interest at the same time? Well, it depends on who's borrowing. If you are loaning money to a very high-risk person, raise your hand if you've already taken personal finance. All right, so now I know who to pick on, right? If you are loaning money to a very high-risk person, and by the way, in the real world, how do they tell if someone is a high-risk person for a loan, Robert? How do they tell?
They check their credit score.
Bingo. Check the credit score. And if their credit score is very low, then that person is a high-risk person. Now, for a high-risk person, to borrow $100 at 22%, especially if it is an unsecured loan. What's that mean, an unsecured loan, Shay?
Unsecured loan?
Yeah, an unsecured loan. See, I'm going to go back and change your personal finance grade. No, I'm just kidding.
It means that they aren't sure if they'll pay it back.
Oh, I like that answer. I do. I like the answer. Let's see, Robert, do you know what an unsecured loan is?
Are we the only two that have had personal finance?
I know, this isn't even fair, is it? You guys,
No.
you guys should get extra credit for any right answer you give. Robert, I'm just curious. Do you know what an unsecured loan is?
Not at all.
Okay. Oh, now don't tell me who you had for personal finance, but did you have me for personal finance?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, that I don't feel as badly. You see, I hammer this over and over and over and over, and I give visuals. So, I am going to give you a visual. Hopefully you're not going to forget it this time. Rachel, I want to borrow some money from you. I want to borrow some money from you. Now, here's the deal, Rachel. You see this really nice watch? You can't see it too well, but it's a nice watch. My son gave it to me for Father's Day. It's a Fossil. I mean, shoot, you could probably sell this thing for $50 at least on eBay. Now, here's my question, Rachel. We're going to pretend that you're sitting right to my left, since that's where I get to see your smiling face. I wish I could. I should have my monitors for the students so I could look at the camera and at you at the same time. That would be fun, wouldn't it? But I have to look over here to see your smiling face. All right. So now, here's the plan. I'm gonna only borrow $20 from Rachel, and we're pretending that Rachel's sitting right here to my left, and I am going to let her hold this. And if I don't pay the $20 back, she gets to keep my watch. Now, would that be an example of a secured loan or an unsecured loan? What do you think, Courtney?
Unsecured loan.
That would be an unsecured loan. What do you think, Rachel?
I'm going to say secured because I have your watch.
You're right, because you're holding my watch. That is a secured loan. In fact, when you take something to a pawn shop, that is a secured loan because they are holding whatever you brought to the pawn shop. So a secured loan, here's another example of a loan. Now you tell me if this is a secured loan or an unsecured loan. All right? Let's see. Pretend that this piece of paper right here is the title to one of my cars. Here's the title to one of my cars, right there. And we're going to pretend that it has no lien against it. So now I got to pick on my wonderful students in Alva again. You guys wish you would have lied to me, right? So Robert, what's it mean to have a lien on a title?
You owe money on it.
Yeah, I owe money on it, and the bank really is the owner of my car until I get my car paid off. So when there's a lien on a title, I'm just holding a wonderful little piece of paper that just simply means that someday I hope to own my car. That's what there's a lien on it. It's spelled L-I-E-N. Well, we're going to pretend there's no lien on this. This is a clear title. That means no lien. So I take this to a title loan shop. A title loan shop is a place where I give them my clear title. They hold that clear title. So, Jonte, we're going to pretend that you are the title loan shop. And so, Jonte, here's my title. Passing it right through the street. There you go. He's got it. All right, Jonte's got my title. So now Jonte's going to loan me money. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Just kind of a little competition.
No, okay. So, the title. Jonte's holding my title. And my car, Jonte, is worth about 10 grand. It's not worth a whole lot. And so I borrow $5 from Jonte. A lot of times they'll only loan you half of what your car is worth, okay? Because they don't want to take a whole lot of risk. Now the question is that a secured loan or an unsecured loan? Shay?
Unsecured?
Well, you get 2 points for your good participation. See, what do you think, Rachel?
It's a secured loan because you gave him your title.
Yeah, he's holding something. He's holding my title. And in fact, if I don't pay Jonte the money back, what's going to happen, Courtney?
Take your car.
He's got my car. That is called a secured loan. So now, Robert and Shay, you'll never forget, hopefully, what a secured loan is the rest of your life. It's when somebody's actually holding an oath. The name of what is being held. Anybody know the name of what's being held?
Collateral.
Collateral! Wow! That's awesome, Rachel. I finally woke up, by the way. I woke myself up. I shouldn't have talked that loud. Wow. It almost hurt my ears. But yeah, it's called collateral. And collateral, when a loan is collateralized, or it's a secured loan, is there more risk on that loan to the lender or less risk on that loan to the lender? What do you think, Shay?
Forrest?
I'm not doing too well this morning. You get 2 points for your good participation. I'm not doing too well. I'm trying.
It's less.
It's less risk. Because I said to the lender, more risk to the borrower. If I don't pay Jonte back, then what happens, Shay? He's got my title.
He's got your car.
He's got my car. So that's why there's less risk to the lender. If I don't pay Rachel my $20 back, what happens, Courtney?
She gets your watch.
She gets my watch. All right? If I took my laptop computer down to the local pawn shop and borrowed $100, and if I don't pay that $100 back, what happens to my laptop, Rachel?
The pawn shop gets it. There.
The pawn shop gets it. Because these are collateralized, that's a big word, these are collateralized loans. So we have secure loans. It's easier to say secure loans than it is to say collateralized loans, but it's the same thing. So a secure loan is a collateralized loan. That means they are holding something. Okay? Now, in fact, every time you buy money or borrow money from the mafia, that is a secured loan. Just what are they holding in their hands, Rachel?
They're holding your life in
They're
their
holding
hands.
your life. It is definitely a secure loan. A loan to the mafia is a secure loan. They are holding your life. All right? Now, so hopefully you got the difference between a secured loan and an unsecured loan. Now, fortunately, I don't overdraft too often. This is not fair. This is not fair to Shay and Robert. See, they admitted they had personal finance. Jonte, have you had personal finance yet?
Yes, sir, Miss Bowles.
Oh, whoa. Yeah, you're in trouble.
Oh.
You should have lied to me. No, I'm just kidding. Now I can ask Jonte some personal finance questions here. All right. We talked about a secured loan and an unsecured loan. Secured loan is when the lender is holding some collateral. Rachel is holding my watch. Jonte is holding my title. Those are secure loans, collateralized loans. Uncollateralized loans are unsecured loans, unsecured loans, meaning nobody's holding anything. They're also known sometimes as signature loans. I go in, I sign a piece of paper, I don't give them anything, and boom, I borrow money. Now, one more time. See, this is more important than actually the calculation. That's kind of why I wanted to go over Chapter 10 again. Because this is so important that you understand the concept as opposed to how to poke yourself in the eye with a sharp stick. Because I will show you, Rachel, you get extra credit for that.
Thank you.
So, the concept here is all about risk. It's all about risk. And when there's lots of risk to the lender, what do you think the lender does to the interest rate, Shay?
Raises it.
You betcha. They'll jack that interest rate right up through the roof. So usually, almost always, an unsecured loan will have a higher interest rate than a corresponding secured loan. Because the lender doesn't feel as safe. See, Rachel feels pretty safe holding my nice watch. She knows she's going to get her $20 back. There's no way I want to lose my nice watch that my son gave me for Father's Day. No way I want to lose that. Rachel knows that. Rachel feels safe and secure. See, secure loan. Because she knows she's going to get her $20 back.
Not necessarily, Dr. G.
Actually, you're not worried about it, are you? Because what would you do, Rachel, if I don't pay this back? In fact, you could give me a deadline. You say, you know what? This is a $20 loan for 1 month. By the way, I'm going to charge you 10% interest. So you're going to pay me back the $22. Okay, so 10% interest. You're going to pay me $22 back, $2 of interest, and then I'll give you your watch back. And if you don't do this by March 31st at 5 p.m., that watch is mine. See? And so then Rachel can sell my watch to get her $22 back. That's how it works. That's how it works at a pawn shop. That's how it works at a title loan place. And in fact, a title loan place usually, not always, but usually they will be thrilled if you don't pay your loan back. Because remember, Jonte, I said my car was worth $10,000, and I borrow $5,000 from you, why are you going to be thrilled if I don't pay my loan back?
Because I get your car.
Bingo! And then you can sell it. And you could sell, I mean, if the car's worth $10,000, you could sell it quickly. I mean, unbelievably fast. For $6,000 or $7,000, couldn't you? I mean, if it's worth 10, you could sell it really fast for 6 or 7. And so, in fact, sometimes, if you see a car parked outside of a title loan place and it says for sale on it, that usually will be a very good price on that car. That's not a bad place to go car shopping. If you know that there's a title loan place in your town, especially if you don't have to go out of your way and you're looking for a car, hey, that's not a bad place to look. Because Jonte is willing to sell this car quickly because he only has to get his $5,000 back plus, shoot, if he gets an extra $1,000. That'd be great, wouldn't it, Jonte?
Oh.
Yeah, that would. That'd be great. That'd be great. Well, so here's the big concept. The big concept, I call this the 20-year takeaway. 20 years from now, you better remember this. All right? Because when I'm 84, I'm going to ask you, Rachel, what's the big concept when you're borrowing money? It's all about risk, isn't it? That's what it's about. It's about risk. And so, if there's high risk, guess what kind of an interest rate you're going to have to pay, Robert?
High.
A high interest rate. If there's very, very low risk, what kind of an interest rate are you going to have to pay, Courtney?
A low risk.
A low interest
A low price.
Yeah, low interest rate. If there's low risk, you're going to have to pay a low interest rate. So consequently, when I borrow money, since I have a pristine credit rating, I can borrow money to buy a new car if I want for 1.99% interest. Okay? 1.99. If you take somebody like one of the widows that we're currently helping, if she wanted to borrow money to buy a car, by the way, her credit report is no pay, slow pay, no pay, slow pay, settled for less than the full amount, no pay, slow pay. Okay? What kind of an interest rate is this wonderful widow going to have to pay if she borrows money for a car? Jonte. She's going to have to pay what kind of an interest rate? High or low? High, because she's high risk. You see, if you don't pay your money back when you borrow money, I don't care if it's to a friend, if it's to a neighbor, if it's to a loan company, I don't care if it's your cell phone, whatever it is. If you don't pay your bills on time and pay your rent on time and pay everything that you're supposed to pay, all your obligations on time, you are not going to be trusted. And when you are not trusted, you are classified as a high-risk person. And when you are classified as a high-risk person, do you think a credit union is going to loan you money to borrow a car at 1.99% interest, Robert?
No.
No. They're not going to. In fact, even if they can take the car, see, because the car will have a lien on it, it's a secured loan, they're still not going to loan you the money. This widow, in fact, that we tried to have her help her buy a house, do you think she could get a standard, nice, low interest rate mortgage? What do you think, Rachel?
No.
No, she's too high risk. No pay, slow pay, no pay, slow pay. outside the box. So I contacted a local realtor. He wanted 10% interest, which is an ultra-high interest rate on a home mortgage, by the way. That's ultra-high. I negotiated the interest rate down to 9% by having the widow put a nice, big down payment on that house. By the way, the realtor owned the house. So he's getting 9% on his money, which in this economy is pretty dang good. And it's fairly low risk because she had some money from the life insurance settlement when her husband passed away. So she took half, she paid about half down on that house. By the way, is this loan that I'm talking about right now, is this a secured loan or an unsecured loan? What do you think, Rachel?
Well, she took money out of her own personal money, so I think it's a secured loan.
Absolutely, because guess who's holding the title to the property, the deed? Do you think the widow's holding that deed, or do you think the real estate agent is holding the deed? Rachel, who's holding the deed?
The real estate agent.
Yeah, he's not going to transfer that deed to the widow's name until she gets it all paid off. See, this is a huge concept that we're talking about today. I realize this is a business math class, but it's way more important that you understand the big concept than to poke yourself in the eye with a sharp stick. Right? It really is. Because in real life, nobody calculates an APR by hand.
Nope.
In real life, nobody calculates a monthly payment by hand.
Nope.
This is not done. Nobody does this. So now, turn to page 259, and we're going to have a little history lesson. All right. Now we're going to do some history. Back in the old days, this was a long time ago, actually. Many, many years ago. Let's see if we can get the document cam to work. Maybe yes, maybe no. I don't know. Let's see. We can try that. Well, maybe not. I don't know. Stop content here. We've had a little trouble with the document cam. No. Let's try this again. And pretty soon, I hope you brought your book with you, because I can't get the document cam to go. But anyway. Well, you know, there's one really important thing when you use the document cam. Anybody want to take a guess? It's called step one. What do you think step one is, Rachel, using the document cam?
Turn the monitor on, maybe.
Turn it on.
Yeah.
Turn it on. That is step one. There we go. So I forgot to do step one. See, never get discouraged when you mess up. It can always serve as a bad example. You know that? All right, here you go. Well, when you're calculating the APR, this is how you do it by the poke yourself in the eye with a sharp stick method. You know that APR stands for annual percentage rate. The P stands for the principal. That's how much you're borrowing. The N stands for the number of months, okay, the number of months of the loan, and the I stands for the finance charge or the interest on the loan, okay? So this is how you poke yourself in the eye with a sharp stick. I'm not going to have you do it. It's history. All right. On page 260, I have a awesome calculator. This is on page 260. When I took all my 6 graduate finance classes from K-State, fortunately, they believe, oops, wrong screen. Fortunately, at K-State, they also believed that don't poke yourself in the eye with a sharp stick. Hey, we have these things called calculators. These are really nice. I had a HP, and I still have it. And this is very, very nice because it'll actually, especially if you get a financial calculator, it will actually do all of the payments and so forth for you. Okay? Now, I have something even better than that. But wait, there's more. For 3 easy payments, $29.99. You get another free one as long as you're willing to pay separate shipping and handling. Oh, there's a real good documentary out there. It's about it's a freebie at Netflix. And it's about all the infomercial stuff. I can't remember the title of it. It could be called, but wait, there's more! If you do a search at Google for time value of money calculator, time value of money calculator, okay, click on that. This is so cool. It's the first one. Time value money calculator, the Zen Wealth. ZenWealth.com. Click on that, and here you go. We can calculate any particular type of payment or APR that you want to calculate. So the good news is when you read section 10.1, it's basically a history lesson, okay? It's basically a history lesson. You can read through that. And you can use this time value of money calculator to do your practice quiz and your extra practice quiz. You can use this right here, okay? So here you go. I'll let you use it. Now let's see how to use it. Okay, we only have about 13 minutes left. Let's see how, I'm going to show you how to use this. All right. How much money do you want to borrow, Courtney?
500.
$500. So what we do is we are going to give $500 immediately to Courtney. This, by the way, PV stands for present value. You do have to know what these things stand for. The FV, take a guess what that stands for, Shay.
Future value.
Future value, very good. And guess what the PMT stands for, Robert? What do you think PMT stands for?
I don't know.
Take a guess. Well, I'll give you a multiple choice. Does it stand for present value, future value, APR, or payment?
Payment.
Payment, good answer. PMT stands for payment. The rate is the APR, that's what you stick right in there. The periods will be the number of months. You'll hit the drop-down box and pick monthly. All right, well, we're ready to calculate the payment here. All right, let's see. Well, we're almost ready, not quite. We got to fill out some more information. Okay, well, let's pretend. What kind of an APR do you want to plug into here, Rachel? What do you want to use for the APR?
Let's do 5%.
Wow, you must really, really trust. Let's see, is Courtney, you're the one borrowing the money, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Rachel, you must really trust Courtney.
She looks
And in
like
fact,
a trustworthy person.
This probably, I bet this must be like a title loan. Because, wow, at 5%, Courtney has an awesome credit rating, and Rachel is holding Courtney's title. All right? Because that would be an awesome interest rate. Especially, you see, they usually charge higher interest rates on lower amounts. On bigger amounts, it charges lower interest rates. And the reason for that actually is quite simple. If somebody's borrowing a small amount of money, like in my example with Rachel, I was only borrowing $20. Well, even at 10% monthly, and by the way, to figure out annual, you'd have to take 10 times 12. What's 10 times 12, Courtney?
120.
That would be 120% interest. So Rachel doesn't like me. That's why she's charging me such an outrageous interest rate. No, it's just because it's a pain. You know, she's loaning me $20 for what? For $2? See, you don't get much money, right, Rachel? So that's why you're charging a high rate of interest, right? So usually on a small loan, in fact, this loan is so small, we're actually going to charge probably kind of what a credit card would charge, maybe around 22% interest or something like that. We'll pretend like this is a credit card payment situation where you're going to pay this off. And let's say you're going to take 2 years to pay this off. So how many months are there in 2 years, Jonte?
24.
24. So we'll put a 24. We will stick a 22 in the rate. This is such a small amount, a small loan. We'll put 24 in the interest periods. We'll hit the drop-down box, select monthly. By the way, when the entire loan is paid off, this is not a trick question now. When the entire loan is paid off, how much money do you owe, Rachel?
When it's paid off, you don't know anything.
Bingo. It's zero. That's how you know to put zero in the future value. You know to put the 500 in present value because they give you the 500 right up front. Okay? The future value is zero because that's what you owe when the loan's all paid off. Well, we're all ready to calculate the monthly payment. Which key do I click on to get the monthly payment, Robert?
Can you repeat that?
Which key? PV, PMT, FV, rate, or period?
PMT.
PMT. We want to calculate PMT. So you would only have to pay $25.94 a month for the 2 years. Now, here's something interesting, at least to me. Maybe not to you. You're making payments of $25.94 for 24 months. Hopefully you bring your calculator to class every day, every time we have class. Take $25.94 times 24. All right, I'll give you some time to do that. $25.94 times 24. Who has it?
I do.
All right, Rachel, go for it.
It's $622.56.
622. I almost gave you 622 extra credit points. No, that's not right.
That'll be fine.
2 points extra credit for Rachel. And you said it was how much?
622.56.
There you go. This would be the total payback of the loan. You borrowed $500, and you're paying back $622.56. So how would you calculate how much interest you actually paid, Shay?
Oh. How much would you pay?
No, the interest.
Oh.
How much interest did you pay? How much interest did you pay? You borrowed $500, you paid back $622.56.
$122.56.
Bingo, you subtract 500. So you subtract the 500, and your interest paid was $122.56. This is the money that got flushed right down the toilet. All right? $122.56. All because you couldn't wait to get your iPad.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. All right? You see, it costs money if you want something now as opposed to save up for it. By the way, if you were to save up for this iPad, here's how you do it if it's a problem where you're saving up the money. Currently, I want you to pretend you have zero money saved up. Some of you won't have to pretend, right?
Exactly.
Exactly. You're going to save up $500 in the future. So this problem that I'm doing now is going to be to save up the money. When you put money in your local savings account, is your bank going to pay you 22% interest, Shay?
No.
No, they're going to pay you about 0.25% interest or something. So if you wanted to save up this for a whole 2 years, you would have to save $20.78 a month for 2 years. Now you can start playing what if. Say, okay, what if I only do this for a year? How much then would I have to save up? Oh, I'd have to save $41.62 a month, and then at the end of 12 months, I could buy my $500 iPad. All right? Now watch how nifty this calculator is. This calculator can calculate, it could actually even calculate the APR when you borrow something. Let's go ahead and clear everything out. And let's say, back to the example with Jonte. Jonte is going to loan me $5,000. As long as I sign my title over to him, right, Jonte?
No, I need some of the stocks.
Oh, you need some stocks. That's probably... Actually, the title is probably better than the stocks, but anyway. So, and when I pay Jonte all the way back his money, it's going to be 0. And let's say, Jonte, I'm going to do this for 3 years, for 36 months. I have no idea what the interest rate is, but Jonte says, yeah, I'll do this as long as you pay me, I'll make it something real fun. As long as you pay me $250 a month. That'd be a pretty good deal for Jonte, I believe. All right, so which one of these do you click on to find out the APR, Shay?
The rate?
The rate. Very good. So, I goofed one thing. You got to put that payment as a minus $250. You have to put, because that's what's being withdrawn out of my checking account, going to Jonte every month. All right? Now click on the rate. Jonte's charging me 43% interest. Jonte, I thought you liked me. I thought you trusted me.
I do, but I need some stocks.
Well, 43% interest, that's what it would be. The worst interest rate that I've ever seen on a contract. I had a student bring me in a buy here, pay here contract. This is when you totally destroyed your credit. This is on a buy here, pay here. Buy here, pay here is where you go buy a car when even your grandma won't loan you the money anymore. Okay? So on a buy here, pay here, I actually had a student bring this in. It was 147% interest. So the payment would be $622 a month on this $5,000 car, $5,000 loan. All right? Well, here's the good news. When you do your homework on page 263, you can use this time value money calculator. Okay? I'll let you use it. So, Look at page 263, bottom of the page, because we're just about out of time. I didn't tell you what a down payment is. Rachel, what does that mean, a down payment? Do you know what that means?
How much you have to put down to get the vehicle.
Yep, how much you pay them right today up front. Okay?
Right.
So, on your example on page 263, the down payment is what you have to pay up front right now, right away. So, this is on the bottom of page 263. And it's very difficult to show you what's going on here, but let me see. I'll do my best. All right, there we go. It says the sale price is $14,150. The down payment is $1,450. So the amount financed, that's called the principal, by the way, A. You're going to calculate that by taking $14,150, subtract $1,450. Okay? Now you're having 60 months that you're paying this on. 60 months. But you're paying it at $288 per month. See where it says $288 per month? So you're going to have to pick out, you're going to have to take $288 times 60. That is your deferred payment price. That's your total payback. That's what 1C means. So you're going to have to take 60 times 288. The APR, use the time value of money calculator that I just showed you. Okay? And the monthly payment, you can use the time value of money calculator that I showed you. So that's how you do 1A or B, C, D, E. We're out of time. On Monday, if there are any of these that go over, I'll let you ask about them on Monday in class, okay? Because I'll make this one due Monday at 11:59 p.m. So you will have a chance to look these over the weekend. And then on Monday, you can ask me some questions in case you want to do a couple of these or whatever, okay? Have a great day. You guys did great.